Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 21st of October 2021. The day is Thursday, and right now I am with the 9 Cambridge class, and the subject we are studying is D Maths 4024. It's Cambridge O Levels Mathematics, and we are working on the syllabus, and we are studying from the book New Syllabus Mathematics 7th edition, the third book. We call it D3. And we are working on the first chapter of this book. The name of the chapter is Quadratic Equations and Functions. Today we are working on its review exercise of the chapter number 1. And in this session, we will be working on the first 5 questions from the question number 1 to question number 5 of this review exercise. So let's start today's work, and here we go. So the first question coming up on your screen, I am reading it from the book. He says, solve each of the following equations by completing the square method. So here we have to solve these equations, but we have to use the method of completing the square. So method is very simple. Let's see. The first A part is x squared plus 8x plus 5 equals to 0. So we have to use the completing the square method. So you see the x squared plus 8x plus 5 equals to 0. So x squared's coefficient is 1. So it is good to go. The methodology is very simple. What we do, we take 8x. If the coefficient of the x squared is plus 1, then what you can do, you can take the 8x in your rough work, like here, and divide it with the 2x. So whatever the answer comes, you add its square and you subtract its square from your expression. So here you can see we got 4. So I will write x squared plus 8x plus 4 square minus 4 square, and this plus 5 equals to 0. So these first two terms, if you know the whole square formula, if you close them, they will make x plus 4 whole square. If you open x plus 4 whole square, that will be x squared plus 8x plus 4, 16. So these first 3 terms, they close and they make this formula x plus 4 whole square, this minus and 4 square is 16, this plus 5 will remain as plus 5 equals to 0. So x plus 4 whole square minus this gives you minus 11 equals to 0. Take this minus 11 to the other side. So you will have x plus 4 whole square equals to 11, and you will have take the square root on both the sides. So x plus 4 whole square, you took square root on this side, you took square root on this side. I will put a plus minus sign here with this square root. So x plus 4 will be equals to plus minus under root 11. So take this plus 4 to the other side, it will become x equals to minus 4 plus minus under root 11. So in your calculator, take your calculator and on that calculator write minus 4 plus under root 11 equals to, that will give you minus 0.683. And the second possibility here will be in your calculator, you will write minus 4 minus under root 11 equals to, and that will give you minus 7.316. So this is how you will find the answer by using the method of completing the squares. I hope that you have understood this question. Okay, so the B part of the question number 1 is coming up. We have to solve this equation by completing the square method. So method is very simple. You see, the equation given to you is x squared plus 7x minus 3 equals to 0. So the coefficient of x squared should be 1, and it is 1 here, so it's good to go. So the method is that you take the 7x, this term which has x, you take it in your rough work and you divide it with the 2x. So whatever the answers come, you take it square and you add the square here and you subtract the square. So x and x cancel 7 by 2. So I will add the 7 by 2 whole square, and I will also subtract the 7 by 2 whole square. So here you can see I have written x squared plus 7x plus 7 by 2 whole square minus 7 by 2 whole square minus 3 equals to 0. So these first 3 terms, when you close them, they make the formula x plus 7 by 2 whole square minus this 49 by 4 minus 3 equals to 0. When you take the LCM of these two, you solve these two fractions, and you simplify these two fractions. So what will happen? You will have x plus 7 by 2 whole square minus, this the LCM is 4, so it will become minus 12. So minus 49 minus 12, it will be minus 61 by 4 equals to 0. Take this to the other side and then take square root on both the sides. So you will have x plus 7 by 2 equals to plus minus under root 61, and under root 4, its answer is 2. So the 2 is now out of that square root, out of that radical sign. And so you will have x, and take this fraction to the other side. You will have x is equal to minus 7 by 2 plus minus under root 61 divided by 2. Because the denominator is same, so you can write a single denominator here. So you have minus 7 plus minus under root 61 and divided by 2. So there are two possibilities. One is minus 7 plus under root 61 and the whole thing divided by 2. And the other possibility is minus 7 minus under root 61 whole thing divided by 2. So in your calculator, you will write, see, in your calculator, you will write minus 7 plus under root 61 equals 2 divided by 2 equals 2. So you will get 0.605. And the second possibility is, in your calculator, you will write minus 7 minus under root 61 equals 2 divided by 2 equals 2. And your answer will be 7.4. 7.405. Let me check that calculator, because in my answer I have not written the negative. So minus 7 minus under root 61 equals 2 divided by 2 equals 2. So answer will be minus 7 point. Here we have a negative sign also. Okay. So don't forget to write that negative sign. So here you also have a negative sign. So don't forget to write this negative sign. Minus 7.405. So this is the answer. This is how we do this question, by completing the square method. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. It says x squared minus 11x minus 7 equals to 0, and we have to solve the equation by completing the square method. So x squared minus 11x minus 7 equals to 0. You can see the coefficient of the x squared is 1. So it is good to go. We can apply the completing the square method. And the method is very simple. In your rough work, you take this term minus 11x and you divide it with the 2x. So x and x cancel, you have 11 by 2 left. So the square of the 11 by 2 whole square, you will add it into your expression and you will subtract it from your expression. So here you can see I have written x squared minus 11x plus 11 by 2 whole square minus 11 by 2 whole square minus 7 equals to 0. So these first three terms, they will make, they will make x squared, and here I should have a negative sign, remember, because here you have a negative sign, so here we should have a negative sign. So it will be x minus 11 by 2 whole square. So here you will have x minus 11 by 2 whole square equals to, this will be 121 by 4 minus 7. And when you take the LCM, it will become minus 121 minus 28 divided by 4. So it will be minus 149 divided by 4. And here we have a negative sign because this question was solved by, okay. So you will have, here we have a negative sign and here we have a negative sign. Okay, so this will be 149 by 4. When you take square root on both the sides, you will have under root 149 and the 4 square root will be 2. So take this minus 11 by 2 to the other side, it will become plus 11 by 2 plus minus under root 149, the whole thing divided by 2. So it will be 11 plus minus under root 149 by 2. So there are two possibilities. One is, on your calculator, you will write 11 and 11 plus under root 149 equals to divided by 2 equals to. And that will give you an answer of 11.60. And the second answer or possibility is, on your calculator, you will write 11 minus, let me write it also, 11 minus under root 149 equals to divided by 2 equals to, the answer will be minus 0.603. So this is how we will do this question. And because you can see this 11x has a negative, that's why this formula should also have a negative sign. And that was a mistake. Please correct it. So this was the C part. Hopefully you understand this one. Okay, so we are moving to the next part. That's question number 1, and it's D part. Here we have the equation which is given to us. We have to solve it by completing the square, and the equation is x squared plus 1.2x equals to 1. So bring this one to this side, and you will have x squared plus 1.2x minus 1 equals to 0. You see here the coefficient of the x square is 1, so this equation is ready to be treated with the completing the square method. So what I will do, I will take this term 1.2x in my rough work, and I will divide it with the 2x. So you get 3 by 5. And 3 by 5 squares should be added. 3 by 5 squares should be subtracted from the left side. So now this, because here is plus, we will write plus here. And this will, when you these first 3 terms, they close into the formula x plus 3 by 5 whole square. And this will be 9, and this will be 25. 5 square is 25. Okay, so minus 1. So I will simplify these two, and I will get I will get this. So x plus 3 by 5 whole square minus, and it will be 34 by 25 equals to 0. And x plus 3 by 5 whole square is equals to, I took this to the other side, 34 by 25. So take square root on both the sides. You will have x plus 3 by 5, and this will become plus minus under root 34, and the under root of the 25, it will be 5s. So take this fraction to the other side. So x will be equals to minus 3 by 5 plus minus under root 3 by 4 by 5. So take a single, you can write a single denominator here. So you have minus 3 plus minus under root 34 divided by 5. So now you have two options. One option is minus 3 plus under root 34 equals to divided by 5 equals to. That will give you 0.566 answer. And the second option is minus 3 minus under root 34 equals to divided by 5 equals to. This is what you write in your calculator. So it will give you an answer of minus 1.76. So we are done with the question number 1. There were A, B, C, and D part, and you were using completing the square to solve these equations. Completing the square method is very, very important. I hope you have understood this. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. It says, by using the quadratic formula, solve each of the following equations. So now we have the quadratic equations, and we have to apply the quadratic formula. It's very famous formula, and it always comes in paper. And from this chapter, a story sum always come in the Cambridge exam. Story sum on the quadratic equation always come in paper 2 of the DMaths 4024. Okay, so equation given is 2x squared plus 6x plus 1 equals to 0. So the coefficient of the x square is a, that is 2. Coefficient of the x is b, that is 6, and the coefficient and the constant term here, that is called c, and so that value is 1. So we will apply the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is x is equals to, so it is x is equals to, so that should be written here, x is equals to minus b plus minus under root, and under the under root we will write b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So the value of the b is 6, the value of the a is 2, the value of the c is 1. So we will substitute these values in that formula. So we will have minus 6 plus minus under root 6 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 1 whole divided by 2 into 2. So minus 6 plus minus, this will be 36 minus 8 divided by 4. So minus 6 plus minus under root, this will be 28 divided by 4. So now there are two options. You will have on your calculator, you will write minus 6 plus under root 28 equals to divided by 4 equals to, and that gives you minus 0.177. The other option will be minus 6 minus under root 28 equals to divided by 4 equals to, and that gives you minus 2.82. So this is how you apply the quadratic formula on a given quadratic equation. I hope you have understood. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. The next question is question number 2, B part. And we have to use the quadratic formula to solve this quadratic equation. The equation given to us is 3x squared minus 7x minus 2 equals to 0. Here the coefficient of the x square, which we call a, is 3. The coefficient of the x is minus 7. We call it b, so b is equals to minus 7. The constant term here is minus 2, so we call it c. C is equals to minus 2. So we will apply the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is very simple, minus b plus minus, minus b plus minus, and minus 4 is minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. We substitute these values. The a will be 3, the b will be minus 7, the c will be minus 2. So here you can see a minus, and inside the bracket I put minus 7 bracket under root here, and then a bracket minus 7 bracket close square minus 4 into 3 into minus 2 divided by 2 into 3. So minus minus will be plus. So here you have a plus 7 plus minus. When you take a square of the minus 7, it becomes positive 49. Minus minus will be plus, so you will have plus 24 here divided by 6. So 7 plus minus 49 plus 24 is 73 divided by 6. So here we have two options. So one option is, in your calculator, you will write 7 plus under root 73 equals to divided by 6 equals to, and that will give you 2.59. The second option will be, you will write 7 minus under root 73 equals to divided by 6 equals to, and that will give you minus 0.257. So this was the question number 2, B part. I hope you have understood. We have solved this equation by using the quadratic formula. Okay, so C part here. They say solve this equation by using the quadratic formula. The equation given is minus 4x squared plus x plus 5 equals to 0. The coefficient of the x squared is here is minus 4. The coefficient of the x is 1, and the constant term here is 5. So the a value will be minus 4, the b value is 1, the c value is 5. We will write the quadratic formula. It says minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. The whole thing divided by 2a. Put the values here. So minus 1 plus minus under root, and it will be 1 square minus 4 into a value is minus 4, c value is 5. The whole thing divided by 2 into the a value is minus 4. So we substitute those values. So we will have minus 1 plus minus 1 square is 1, minus and minus it will be plus. 4 4s are 16, 16 5s are 80. So 80 plus 1 will be 81. And downstairs we have minus 8. So you have two options here. One option is, in your calculator, you will write minus 1 plus under root 81 divided by a bracket start minus 8 bracket close equals to, and that will give you an answer of minus 1. And the second option will be minus 1 minus under root 81 equals to divided bracket start minus 8 bracket close equals to, and that will give you 1 whole 1 by 4 or 1.25. So this is how you apply the quadratic formula here, and this is how you find the answer by using the quadratic formula of a quadratic equation. Okay, so that was question number 2, C part. Let's move to the next part. That's question number 2, D part. Here we have an equation given and we want to find its answers, but we have to use the quadratic formula. The equation given is 3x squared equals to 5x plus 1. This is not the standard form of the quadratic equation. So we'll bring all the terms to the left side. So you will have 3x squared minus 5x minus 1 equals to 0. The coefficient of the x square is 3. The coefficient of the x is minus 5. The constant term is minus 1. So the a value is 3. The b value is minus 5. The c value is minus 1. the quadratic formula we have to solve by using the quadratic formula. So I will write the quadratic formula here. The quadratic formula is minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac and whole under root on it. So the whole thing divided by 2a. So substitute the value of the a, b, and the c here. You can see here we have written minus, the b value is minus 5. And under the under root, I have written a bracket minus 5, bracket close square, minus 4 into 3 into minus 1. So minus minus will be plus 5, plus minus will remain as it is, under root, and minus 5 square will be 25, minus and minus will be plus, 4 3s are 12. So you write here 12, 2 3s are 6, okay. So 5 plus minus, and under the under root, you will have 25 plus 12 is 37. So the whole thing divided by 6, and so now you have two options. So in your calculator, you will write 5 plus under root 37 equals to 6 equals to 5 plus under root 37 equals to divided 6 equals to, it give you the answer 1.847. The other option will be 5 and minus under root 37 divided by 6 equals to, and that will give you minus 0.180. So my dear students, this is how you get these answers. We have solved these quadratic equations by using the quadratic formula. So that was question number 2. It has A, B, C, and D part, and we have solved all these parts. So let's move to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen, he says solve each of the following equation. So here you have x minus 3 whole square is equals to 4 by 25. So what I will do, I will take square root on both the sides. So when you will take square root on this side, you will take square root on this side. Because of this square root, I will write a plus minus sign here. So this square and this square root will be cancelled. You're left with x minus 3 equals to plus minus 2 by 5. So take this minus 3 to the other side, it will become plus 3. So you will have x plus minus 2 by 5. So now there are two options. One is you in your calculator, you can write x is equals to 3 plus 2 divided 5 equals to. So that will give you 3 whole 2 by 5. The second option is you will write x is equals to 3 minus 2 by 5. So if you write this thing in your calculator, you will get 2 whole 3 by 5 answer. So this is how you solve the question number 3A part. Hopefully you have understood. So the next question coming up on your screen is question number 3. It's B part, and it's the equation given is 4 minus x whole square is equals to 12. So very simple method, take square root on both the sides. So you can see it will be 4 minus 3 because this square and the square root will be cancelled. So you will have 4 minus 3. So when you take the square root of the 12, and that will be 3.46. With it, I will write plus minus. Take this 4 to the other side, it will become minus 4. So you will have now two options. Minus x will be equals to minus 4 plus 3.46. So it gives you minus x is equals to minus 0.536 minus minus will be cancelled. So you will have x equals to 0.54. The second option will be minus x is equals to minus 4 minus 3.46. So minus x will be equals to minus 7.46, minus minus will be cancelled. So x will be equals to 7.46. So this is how you do question number 3 and its B part. Hopefully you have understood. Okay, so we are moving to the next question, and that is the C part of the question number 3. Here we have x minus 1 in one bracket, and the second bracket we have x plus 3 and equals to 9. Both these brackets are multiplying. So the first member of this bracket will multiply this second bracket, then the second member of the first bracket will multiply with the second bracket. So x into x plus 3, then minus 1 into x plus 3 equals to 9. So here you will have x squared plus 3x minus x minus 3 equals to 9. So you will have x squared, and this will give you 2x minus 3 and minus 9 equals to 0. You will have x squared plus 2x minus 12 equals to 0. So now this is the standard quadratic equation. You can apply the quadratic formula. You see the coefficient of the x squared is 1. The coefficient of the x is 2. The constant term is minus 12. So a value is 1. The b value is 2. The c value is minus 12. So write the quadratic formula, that is minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac the whole thing divided by 2a. Substitute the value of the a, b, and the c in this formula. So you will have minus 2 plus minus under root 2 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 12, whole thing divided by 2 into 1. So you will have minus 2 plus minus under root 4 plus 48, and the whole thing divided by here, you will have whole thing. This should be whole. The by sign, sorry, that by sign is up to here. Okay, so you will have plus minus 2 plus minus under root 52 divided by 2. So on your calculator, now there are two options. On your calculator, you will write minus 2 plus under root 52 equals to divided by 2 equals to. The answer you get is 2.60. And then the second option is you will write minus 2 minus under root 52 equals to divided to equals to. And the answer will be minus 4.60. So that was the question number 3C part, and I hope that you have understood. And let's move to the next part, the question number 3D part. Here we have the question given is x bracket start x plus 4 bracket close is equals to 17. So first of all, I will expand this bracket. I will open this bracket, and I will make a quadratic equation. Okay. So when you multiply it, x squared plus 4x equals to 17, bring this 17 to this side. So you will have x squared plus 4x minus 17 equals to 0. So it's a quadratic equation. It's a standard quadratic form. In its standard quadratic form, the coefficient of the x square is the 1, and the coefficient of the x is 4. The coefficient, the constant term here is minus 17. So the a will be 1, b will be 4, and the c will be minus 17. So we will write the quadratic formula, that is minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac, whole thing divided by 2a. We will substitute the value of the a, b, c in this formula. So here you can see I have written this minus 4 plus minus under root and 4 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 17. The whole thing divided by 2 into 1. So you will have minus 4 plus minus under root 16. Minus minus will make it plus. So 4 into 17, that will be 68. The whole thing divided by 2. So minus 4 plus minus under root 84 divided by 2. So now you have two options. One option will be in your calculator, you will write minus 4 plus under root 84 equals to divided by 2 equals to. And the answer given to you will be 2.58. And the second option will be in your calculator, you will write minus 4 minus under root 84 equals to divided by 2 equals to, and that will give you minus 6.58. So this is how, my dear students, you will solve the question number 3D part. And so we are done with the question number 3. There were 4 parts of the question number 3, A, B, C, and D part, and hopefully you have understood this. Okay, now we are going to the question number 4, and I'm reading from the book. It says, solve the equation 2x squared minus 7x plus 4 equals to 0, giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. Then we have a second part of that question, and let's do first of all this question. He says, so we have to solve this equation, as you can see, and the answer should be correct up to 2 decimal places. So this is a standard quadratic equation, and you know the coefficient of the x square is 2, the coefficient of the x is minus 7, and the constant term here is 4. So the a value will be 2, the b will be minus 7, and the c will be 4. So we will apply the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac, the whole thing divided by 2a. So I will substitute the value of the, 2. I will substitute the value of the a, b, and the c here. The b value is minus 7. So that's why you can see I've written minus and bracket and minus 7 bracket close plus minus. So minus 7 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 4. So this will become plus 4 plus minus. Minus 7 whole square is 49. It's positive 49. Remember that. So it will be minus 32, the whole thing divided by 4. So 7 plus minus 49 minus 32 is 17 divided by 4. So now we have two options here. 7 plus under root 17 and divided by 4 equals to, and that will give you 2.78. The second option will be, you will, in your calculator, you will write 7 minus under root 17 equals to divided by 4 equals to, and that will give you 0.72 value. So this is how you will solve question number 4, its first part. Then we have the question number 4 and its second part, and the papers, it says, hence find the values of y that satisfy the equation 2 bracket y minus 1 bracket close whole square minus 7 bracket y minus 1 bracket close plus 4 equals to 0. So what I have done here, I have taken a longer method of solving it. We actually opened it. So 2 bracket and y minus 1 whole square, if you open it by the formula a square minus 2ab plus b square. So you will have 2 bracket and I opened this whole square, this whole square, y minus 1 whole square. So it will be y square minus 2y plus 1 in this bracket minus this 7y and minus with plus 7 plus 4 equals 0. This 2 will multiply this with this bracket. So you will have 2y square minus 4y plus 2 minus 7y plus 7 plus 4 equal to 0. So you will have 2y square minus 4y minus 7y plus 2 plus 7 plus 4 equals to 0. So you will have 2y square and that will make minus 11y and this will make plus 30 equals to 0. So now this is a standard quadratic equation. The coefficient of the y square is 2. The coefficient of the y is minus 11 and the constant term here is 13. So A is 2, B is minus 11, C is 13. So we will apply the quadratic formula. It says minus B plus minus under root B square minus 4AC, the whole thing divided by 2A. So substitute the value of the A, B, and the C in the quadratic formula. So we will have this thing, minus bracket minus 11 bracket close plus minus under root bracket minus 11 bracket close square minus 4 into 2 into 3 into 13, sorry, divided by 2 into 2. So 11 plus minus under root and 11 minus 11 whole square will be 121. It will be positive 121. Remember that minus 1 of 2, 1 of 4. 4 2s are 8, 8 13s are 104. The whole thing divided by 4. So it will be 11 plus minus and it will give you under root 17 divided by 4. So now you have two options. One, on your calculator you will write 11 plus under root 17 equals to divided by 4 equals to, you get 3.78. And the second option will be, in your calculator you will write 11 minus under root 17 equals to divided by 4 equals to, and that gives you 1.71. And so that's approximately 1.72. Basically, we have not written all the decimal places. So that's why, but it will be rounded off to 1.72. So hopefully you have understood this question. One thing is very important. When I opened it, this was y minus 1 whole square. So we use this formula. That is a square minus, here we forgot to write 2ab. So let me write here 2ab. So this formula here. So here we have to write that 2. Okay, so this is 2ab plus b square. So you will have, if you open this, it will be y square minus 2 into first term, that's y, into second term, that's 1, plus 1 square. So that will be y square minus 2y plus 1. So that is the thing which is written here. Okay. So hopefully you have understood. Okay. So my dear students, we are done with the question number 4. So now we are starting the question number 5. The question number 5 is very important. That question never showed up in the chapter. It appeared only in the review exercise. In this question, whatever we have learned, we were solving the equation. So basically an equation was given to us, and by applying the quadratic formula, by factorization, or by completing the square method, or by graphical method, we were trying to find out the values of x. So this is called how you solve it. The values of x which you get, for example, the value of x is 2 or the value of x is 6/7. They are the solution of that equation. In some textbooks, we call them the root of that equation. The word R-O-O-T, root. So the root of the equation means these are the values of x. So in your normal exercises, what you were doing, the equation was given and you apply the process and you find the root or solution of the equation. The question number 5 is different. It's totally opposite. It's going in the reverse order. Okay, so now the roots or the solution of the equations are already given, and we will go reverse and we will find the equation. Okay, so for example, question number 5, A part, he says, form a quadratic equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a, b, and c are integers given each of the following solutions. Okay, so the first part is, here you will have x is equals to 2 and x is equals to 6 by 7. So these are the two values of x from a certain equation, and we have to find that equation. So the solution of the equation is already given. We have to go back, we have to go reverse, and we have to find the equation. Okay, the process is very, very simple. You see, it is given x is equals to 2, x equals to 2. So bring this 2 to the left side. So x minus 2 will be equal to 0. Here x is equal to 6 by 7. Bring this 7 to this side and bring this 6 to this side. So it will be 7x minus 6 equals to 0. Then multiply these two equations with each other. Left side will multiply with the left side. The right side will multiply with the right side. Left side is x minus 2 in one bracket, multiply with the 7x minus 6 in one bracket, equals to the right side of both the equations is 0. So 0 multiplies 0 will be 0. So when you multiply these two equations, x will multiply with the second bracket, then minus 2 will multiply with the second bracket. Here you can see I've done this. So you will have 7x squared minus 6x minus 14x plus 12 equals to 0. So 7x squared minus 20x plus 12 equals to 0. So this is that equation. So you see, this process is the solution or the roots of the equation was given, and we went back in reverse order and we found that equation whose roots or whose solutions were these numbers. So hopefully you understand. This is question number 5, A part. Okay, so on your screen coming up, question number 5, B part, we have to find that equation whose solution is x equals to minus 1 by 2 and x equals to minus 2 by 3. So the methodology is very simple. We are going to find out that equation whose answers are these values, or whose solutions are these values, or whose roots are minus 1 by 2 and minus 2 by 3. So x is equals to minus 1 by 2, take this 2 to this side. So you will have 2x equals to minus 1 and 2x plus 1 will be equals to 0. In the same way, take this 3 to this side. So you will have 3x equals to minus 2. Then you will have 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So now you see these two small equations, linear equation. So you multiply these two with each other. The left side will multiply with the left side and the right side will multiply with the right side. So you will have 2x plus 1 in one bracket, 3x plus 2 in the other bracket. This is the left side. And 0 multiplies 0, that gives you 0. So when you multiply these two, you will get this. The 2x will multiply with the second bracket. Then plus 1 will multiply. Here you have to write plus sign. So here we forgot to write a plus sign. So here a plus sign should come. Okay. So plus 1 bracket 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So now you will have 6x squared plus 4x plus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So it will be 6x squared plus 7x plus 2 equals to 0. So this is how from the given roots or from the given solution or from the given values of x, you can form the quadratic equation. So that was question number 5, B part. And my dear students, we are done with today's task. Today, in this session, in this video, we were working on the review exercise 1 of the D3. And we have set our hearts to solve from question number 1 to question number 5. So we have solved 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 questions. And the rest of the exercise we will solve in other videos, and you will be able to find them in my YouTube channel. If you find this video helpful, if you find this video helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. And If you think this video is helping you in learning mathematics by sitting at your home and watching the videos on the YouTube, and don't forget to send the link of this video on your Facebook accounts and on your Twitter accounts, because that will be a great help to me to improve my channel. So it was a great pleasure teaching you all. And remember one thing, when you are doing mathematics, it's very important that you practice yourself, because the practice is key to success. If you are, I always tell my students that when you are doing O-levels mathematics, don't copy from anywhere. You are supposed to solve the questions on your own. These videos are only when you stuck in some question, then watch these videos. And but when you solve questions, do them independently. Then actually you will learn. Okay. So it's very important to always solve unseen questions which you have never attempted on this concept, and do them by yourself. Then you will learn. So I think that it's enough for today. So it was a great pleasure to teach you all online. So thank you very much and have a good day, and God bless you all.